Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Fine. No. What was it? Like the thing I wanted to talk about today, and this is just something that everybody I think can listen to, is like, because somebody had asked me this and I didn't have a way of answering it. But
What's
it's
the
like
question?
the things that we've done, good or bad, pave the way for the future. I guess more so like the bad. I didn't know how to really answer that because it was like one of like those questions like you get.
It doesn't sound like a question. It sounds like a fact.
No, like what would my thing on it be? Like my take on that entire thing. Because like I don't know how to answer it.
That wasn't a question.
The way it was worded
Yeah.
was more like do you think that like the decisions we make, I guess mostly bad ones, pave the way for our futures? Like even if they were like bad decisions and you can acknowledge them as being bad decisions.
That reminds me of another quote I heard earlier today from like I think it was like a basketball Hall of Fame speech or something. It wasn't earlier today. It was a while ago. I don't know why I said earlier today. And the guy said something like, everything I ever done was already thought of before I've actually done it. So I kind of think we all like premeditated everything we ever done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
So like, yeah, like I'm one of those people that believe you make your bed, you should sleep on it. You know me, I'm not really
If you rustle up your hay,
Yeah.
you better lay down on it.
Yeah.
But you don't feel like any decision in general has been like something just like spontaneously like in the moment.
And that's emotions get the best of you all the time. Of course, you would always want to do things differently, but you still feel the way you feel. You know what I mean? You just would have reacted a different way, but you still have those same emotions. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If something pisses you off, you're still pissed off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if you go back in time, you're still gonna be pissed off that thing happened.
Essentially, like when that question was asked to me, like I said, like I didn't know how to really answer it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like the person was like talking about, like the whole like heroin epidemic and addiction being like a disease and really putting on like a rant maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And then like asking like, okay, well, what do you think after everything? But it's like you said, like if you make your bed, you better sleep in it.
Yeah. When I make a mess, I know I'm the person that has to clean it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just the way it is. Nobody's gonna clean up my mess.
But like one of the wordings for it was like I can't say like one of like the wordings, but like she basically brought it up as like the like, do you think a person who does heroin for their first time like premeditated that entire thing, or like does it just happen spontaneously? Because they were going on and they're like, this is I feel like it's spontaneous.
Bro, for me personally, I've been thinking about this like kind of general topic, and I honestly really think that life is just one beautiful disaster after another.
Yeah.
Like once you finish one, you go on to the next one.
I mean, I always think though too, like everything that can be bad could be turned around into good, but it's kind of like based off of you because it's not going to happen on its own.
No, like I said, you don't like. You can't change how you feel, but you can change how you react to things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's like everything though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's everything. It's the building habits.
But even like on that, like I feel like people don't really get as much control over like that as they should.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm just saying it. Like I don't actually do it. I have a hard time.
Yeah,
my emotions get the best of me all the time. Yeah.
I don't know what gets the best of me, actions or emotions. I think it's a mix between both.
Your actions based on your emotion.
No, I'm saying like I'm looking at it from two different things. I guess. Like just kind of just like take it in, suck it up, take it in, and then just like chill like at your house in the privacy of yourself and let yourself wind down. Or like make an action, start like breaking shit.
Yeah.
You ever just been like that pissed where you just like throw shit?
Well, now everything I bought, so I can't. I do want to throw it, but I ain't gonna throw
Breaking
it. Yeah,
plates and shit.
like I want to do. Like, don't get me wrong, I do want to do that. I beat the shit out of that ball sometimes.
Do you?
Yeah.
The big body ball.
Yep, the big body ball.
Huh.
And yeah, dude. Like I think I mentioned this to you the other day. Like, good guys don't get trophies, dude. You know, you don't get rewards for being a good guy. You know, so that involves eating shit and saying it tastes good.
Yeah.
You know, like, and that's just a part of it.
I don't see myself as a good guy, but I don't see myself as a bad guy. I see myself as like, what's a way I can word it? I shoot to be good on a daily basis, but sometimes it doesn't always end like that.
Yeah, it's true. Like, for me, I'm really hard on you, but I'm hard on myself too, dude. Like, I have some high expectations, not only from everybody, but from myself too. So, like, even when I'm pissed off, I try to do what's expected of me to do. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still going to be sweet to my grandma. I'm still going to open doors and say please and thank you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's what's expected from me. But that's not how I am inside. You know what I mean? People say I go 0 to 100 real quick, but no, it's not. Like, I'm idling at 80 the whole fucking time. You know, like, just really good at pretending I'm not.
Idling at 80.
Yeah.
I've never heard that used before.
Oh, no.
Maybe I've actually heard you use something similar like that.
Yeah.
But, like, that's pretty much how I guess I would do my judgments. And it's like the end of the day, usually. I sit back and I think about everything. Like, how was I today as a person? What did I do positive? Like, not just for me, because it's selfish when you think, like, how did I do something that benefited me?
That's true.
I try to be... Because, like, I think we're all selfish.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But, like, I try to, like, not be selfish.
Yeah. You know, if anybody asks for help, I always just say yeah, but they gotta ask, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can't expect me to be like, hey, what's up? You need help with anything?
Yeah.
Because, like, I also have, like, a motto, too. Not really like a motto, but something I just, like, live by. Like, if you need something from me and I give it to you, I don't expect to get it back. But if I ever need something back, I know who to go to. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess. Like, for me, like, there's, like, man, it's a tough world out there, man. Like, I know how hard it is, and, like, if I gotta just suffer just a little bit for you can be more comfortable, like, that's an easy price to pay for me, you know?
I do.
For example, like, my cousin didn't have heat. I have 2 heaters here, you know what I mean? I keep one in my room. So I gave her the one that I keep in my room. You know, it's better.
That's like your best one.
Yeah.
It's your best life.
Yeah. I'm living comfortably, you know, and she's
Yeah.
cold. You know, like that's not cool. No, that's not
Yeah,
cool.
that's true.
You
I
know what
don't like seeing people struggle like that either.
Yeah.
But like you do that, so like that's something like you can think of, like that's cool that I got that
Yeah,
with my
but
cousin.
for you to say to go to bed and think like, man, have I been good and benefited somehow?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like me at all, and that's kind of like I feel disappointed in myself after you said that, because like even in my personal journal, I was always tell myself you need to be kinder to people, like chill out, you know what I mean? And like and the thing is, like, I go to bed knowing that I tried, whatever I put my mind to, I tried, you know what I'm saying, and I didn't take no shit for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's how I go to bed. Like, I did try. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
At least you put effort.
Yeah.
It's
like,
better to put some effort and, you know, get
I wear myself out all the time.
get
Yeah.
not the results you expected,
Yeah.
and then put absolutely no effort and then still expect something out
Right.
of it, you know?
Exactly.
Like, I think, like, one thing that, like, I've been able to do, though, as well, is, like, try to get this thing called self-control.
Discipline.
Yeah, self-discipline.
Yeah, that's the part of
And
growing up.
it's-
That's the hardest part.
Oh, I know. But it's working some days. But I mostly got to do it because, like, I still have bad habits, just like everybody else does.
Yeah, I think everybody just had bad habits. Is just really good with it, you know?
Like, I know, like, me and you, like, we'll drink whatever time to time. split, some good beers.
At whatever time to time.
Split some good beers or split, some
Big
couple mixed
doinks.
drinks. Big doinks. But like, I mean, you know me though too, man. Like I go hard when I drink sometimes, man.
Yeah,
It's
you're too much sometimes. Yeah.
I will sit back and guzzle. So
Yeah.
like I'm learning my self-control. Cause like I did like the whole like everyday daily basis for a while, and it's like that was a part of me. But I feel like the self-control now, like, don't get me wrong, dude, like I think to myself every day, like, it'd be fun to day drink today. Be fun to get a couple beers in me before I do something,
I think there's always a time and a place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like baseball game or any type
But-
of sporting event, any event, period. Like,
I also
know,
know though
yeah.
too, like a couple beers for day drinking is not a couple beers for me.
no,
If I drink in the morning, I'm gonna drink in the morning,
Yeah.
and I'll probably take like a break and I'll get something. I'll get some fuel in me.
Yeah, which is weird because you don't know. Even when we drink together, I get upset with you. I'm like, bro, you were supposed to sip on that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like to sip. You know what I mean? Enjoy it.
that's my thing. I mean,
Savor it.
honestly,
like if I
though,
gave
too,
you
like-
if I gave you a chocolate bar, would you just eat it and not even like let it melt in your mouth?
yes,
You just eat it.
Yeah.
You eat it.
eat it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my point. Like it's supposed it's designed to melt in your mouth for a reason. You know what I mean?
I don't like things melting in my mouth.
Yeah.
But if that's you, that's
whatever,
your thing.
bro. I just seen you eat a gallon of ice cream.
That wasn't a gallon. That was the bottom of the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
That was like an eighth of that left.
Mhm.
I had my Misfits cup
Yeah,
full.
you came in here with your ice cream and your eyeliner smeared because you were crying so much.
Shut up. Crying in my ice cream.
Yeah.
Hey, I still like ice cream though.
I'm just messing.
But no, like, I'm still trying to figure out the self-control thing. And you've known me for I guess a good bit, a
Like
good
a half
bit.
a decade almost, or it is now.
Yeah,
It's weird, right?
it is. It'll be like March of like next year. We've like known each other for 5 years. But like I've told you like some things, man. Like I've had my fair share of like bad habits.
Mm-hmm.
But like a part of me still thinks of them. Like, it'd be fun. I mean, like I used to get my nose dirty a lot. I used to play with the devil's dandruff a little too much and get it in my nose. But like a part of me still thinks like that. Like, man, dude,
Really?
it would be completely fun just to go on this like bender party.
I mean, I kind of identify with that, with psychedelics,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what like every once in a while I was like, man, I really want to go on
Trip
an
out.
yeah, mind adventure, yeah.
Yeah, but then you can't
Yeah.
stop it when you're ready to.
But I enjoy it though, like that's the thing.
Do
Because
you
I-
enjoy
I-
it, or do you try to just like?
No, I enjoy it as an artist too. Like
When was the last time you did any sort of psychedelic?
when I was in art school, like so that would be like 9 or 8 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, but I did it like all the time. Yeah. Yeah, like, I'd be like painting and painting shit and making music and
Yeah,
going outside looking at the trees talking to me and shit.
that's cool.
Yeah, dude, it's like living in a cartoon to me.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I mean, there's
Yeah.
some things I still kind of rather enjoy,
Yeah.
just not in heavy doses anymore.
Yeah, but like,
Well, I
can't do
mean,
that, dude, that shit fucks with your
I
brain.
mean, more so like the mushrooms. Like, I don't mind like microdoses of those, but like I will
Yeah.
never actually like do a bunch and trip out on them.
Yeah, sometimes I still have brain damage. I'd be like, oh, what that tree say to me? You know what I mean?
What that thing say?
Yeah.
But like with like blow, man, like I can't remember the first time or how old I was. I think I was like 17. I first did coke for the first time.
I don't remember how old I was.
But like I did it, like I knew I was gonna like it, and then I was just like into just like staying up all the time and just being like alert.
Coked out.
Not really coked
That's
out,
what it
but
is.
yeah, but like there was like other like
Yeah.
I would pop like a bunch of Adderalls, and I would like do coke on Adderall sometimes, and just like I'd be like this wired monster.
Yeah, I never liked it. It's because that for that reason. You know me, I'm a lazy cat.
I liked
Yeah.
it the most.
Yeah.
I liked it the most like when I was drinking. because
you
just
want to
get
party
that,
all night.
Because you get that instant sober up, and you're like, yeah, I'm
It's
not
like
gonna
a
pass out.
adrenaline shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am like indestructible right
and
now.
then, and then for the next like 2 to 4 hours.
I have the power. But then like I had stopped November 1st
Of this year?
No, of 2012.
I'm just messing with you.
No, of 2012. So that's 7 years ago ish, right? Yeah. Well, yeah.
2012, yeah.
Yeah, 7 years ago. But that was like the last time I got like high like that. Was Halloween of 2012, and it like I just had too much of a bad experience. I'm not gonna go into too much detail with it. I just had like way too much of a bad experience, and I'm like, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, you think like that all the time though.
No, like this is different. Like my heart was like racing, and like my face was numb, and I'm like, oh man. I'm like, if I die, I'm like, I don't want to just like, I don't want this to be the reason. I want people to know it for this reason. You know, like keep everything hidden. And it really wasn't. It was just too bad of an experience from just too
If
much
you died,
consumption.
you can't. People gonna find out what they find out.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But then like I didn't touch it, but I feel like that's the first part of self-control that I had mastered.
I don't know. I think it
Was
just
putting
kicked
the-
your ass, and you didn't want to go on another date with it.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but like I said, like there's still times like now, like if I'm just like I'm good, I've had a few drinks or whatever, I'll think like, man, I would not mind like one fat rail right now.
Mm-mm.
But then I'm like, no, you kind of told yourself you wouldn't do it again. So keep it at this pace, because you know if you're gonna do it, you're gonna like it too much, and then you're gonna hate it after a while.
Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, bro. I feel you. So that's why I try not to have junk food here, because if it's here, I'm gonna eat it. Like
So you
chocolate
got your
chip cookies.
self-control on junk food.
No, I do, but you know, my
Sometimes you-
old man doesn't help. He'd be like, "Hey, Chan, I got you a pack of your favorite cookies."
What was it
Gee,
called? You
thanks.
Chan?
Yeah, Chan.
What the hell is that from? Hey, Chan.
And it's just his accent. He's trying to say, "Hey, son."
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought like Chan was like, you know, it was like a Chinese nickname for you or something.
Yeah.
Because you got a bit of an Asian look to you. You kind of got Asian hair too.
Oh yeah.
You got thin Asian hair. You got this Asian skin tone.
Yeah. Well, you run like an Asian.
I'm dark like Cambodian. Like I've starved in like the forest of Cambodia, and I just got dark from that. I don't know.
you look like Michael Jackson. Like that's how pale you are. Like a week before he died.
I am not pale. I'm dark.
Yeah. I
I'm
kind of feel
dark.
like I could see through you.
What? Because I'm pale.
Yeah.
When did this go from a topic of
I know.
discussion to a roasting contest?
I don't know.
So you feel like you have a self-control over foods?
Not really.
Junk
I
foods.
mean, like I if I have to put an effort for something, I definitely can convince myself I don't want it.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's already like in my lap, it's hard to say no.
Like
That can be said for a lot of things. You know what I mean?
some people will tell
Yeah.
me though too, like, oh,
Yeah.
you still like smoke pot? Like, I literally like just started smoking like a month ago,
Yeah.
all over again, and that was me like not doing it for a while, you
Mhm.
know, just being off of it. But like I've mastered the self-control like of that, kind of getting the hang of it with booze. I definitely have the hang of it from cocaine, devil's dandruff. But I don't think I've ever had like too many experiences though where I can say like, you know what, yeah, there is, like where I like acknowledge that I screwed up and I'm like, well, this situation's like that because I did it this way. When there was a totally different way I could have approached it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but that goes back to what I said earlier. Like, you already thought about it already.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? You thought what you thought. You know,
Yeah.
you didn't not for 1 second. You didn't think I should think about this more. You know, you know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, because now I'm thinking about it and you're like, and it's like the whole premeditated thing.
Yeah.
So like a part of me is just like, you know what? Yeah. Because like when I would get like high on all these other substances, like that was like the thing that would come to mind. I would think of it from like when I woke up.
Yeah.
Be like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to
Mhm.
do that. And then I'm going to buy some drugs,
Right.
you know. And then
Mhm.
after I buy my drugs, I'm going to do my fair
Yeah.
share and I'm going to buy more and then call some people over. just because like I'm gonna be by myself, and sometimes that's nice, but then I'm just like I want to party because I know if I say like I have this or I have that, they're gonna come with like booze or bud or more booze.
I like the triple B's. You know what the triple B's are?
Booze, bud, and butts. Boobs.
Yeah, pretty. Yeah.
Boobs, buds, and butts.
Yeah, it's booze, bud, and bitches.
Booze, bud, and bitches. Not all women are bitches, Lilio.
The bad ones are though.
A bad bitch. You need you a bad bitch. What is the definition of a bad bitch?
The definition is of a bad bitch is the ones that give no fucks, bro.
You know too many of those. I feel like there are some.
I think that's the new generation of bitches.
I feel like women that call themselves a bad bitch, they're too scared to like go and do things by themselves.
Yeah, those are the ones that they're feisty outside but soft inside.
Yeah, like try to stop like their waiter or like their waitress and like try to get like the bill. Like they're too scared to do that. So like I'm just gonna wait until they come back.
And then they'll cry like nobody noticed my hair today. You know,
like like that. Yeah. Or like the
women are complex.
Remember the GPMS from Family Guy?
Yeah.
That was a funny one.
It's go up.
Go up. Could you just listen to me, please?
So tough.
And then she starts crying at the end.
Yeah.
I don't like that generation though, like coming up. I'm not
saying
it's like disrespectful.
Is that they're well, first of all, they're way smarter than us.
What, bad bitches?
No, the generation below us.
Gen Z?
Yeah.
No, bullshit.
Oh yeah, they're smart. They're smart, bro.
Yeah.
They know how to code and stuff. You don't know that shit.
Do you?
No.
They know how to. They're more technologically advanced.
Yeah.
Than us.
Yeah.
We were
raised with the internet. They already have it plugged in to them. You know what I mean?
We didn't have internet at my house for a long time.
Yeah, but you grew with it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I still found it resourceful to look at memes. Although,
like, my brother knew how to use an iPad over a decade ago, and he's like 12 years old now. You know what I mean?
Your brother's 12?
Or 13. 13.
Dang, I remember when I was 13.
Yeah.
I feel like, though, if I could go back with everything I picked up on this journey and go back to being like 9 or 10, I'd probably be like a cowboy astronaut millionaire or something.
You'd be just a butt chugger for a long period of time. No, I'm just joking.
No. It's the we all pick up things that we use.
No,
we wish we would have learned them sooner.
Everybody grows into more of what they are every day.
Like this, like what we do, like right now, like with like all like this equipment and like the podcast and stuff. Like I think, like, why didn't I do this a long time ago? What held me back, 2-3 years ago? But like even like
materialistic things, the things you want for the moment.
Even like in 2011, like I remember I was on Spreaker.com and I was doing this like 45-minute radio show, and I was trying to broadcast it to people. It was like before SoundCloud. Maybe SoundCloud was out. I don't remember. It's like 2010, 2011. I still have some episodes saved. If I was ever to get into that, and like some of it's just like me and my nephew, and we're just playing like reggae music and chilling out and stuff like that. Like it was cool, and like there was like they give you like little commercial breaks and stuff like that. So. But like I should have stuck with it is what it's like where I'm at. I should have completely devoted, I think, more time to that. Because even though it was a start for something,
coulda, shoulda.
I wasn't expecting anything out of it. But it's like I would have loved to pick up more experience like that digitally.
You know what, bro? What I gotta say is when people talk like that to me, I'd be like, what's more important than yesterday? Tomorrow.
Yeah.
So about today and tomorrow you do about your coulda, woulda, shouldas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, that time's already gone. Like, there's no point thinking about it.
Well, yeah, of course. But you see where I'm at, though. Like, I was already doing something, almost 10 years ago.
You have potential, and people have been telling you that for the whole time I've been knowing you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just don't utilize it.
Yeah, so...
I'm stubborn, and I still have my fair share of things. Nothing really that involves like crazy foreign substances, but there's just things that make me stubborn. I think maybe sometimes I've looked for like too much success overnight.
I think it, for me, real talk, if I'm looking at you right now, it's either contentment or you don't even know what you want. Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that.
You don't know what you want. You don't know what you want, dude.
Do you know what you want?
Yeah, I want to be happy, but that's easier said than done. You know what I mean?
Because you kind of create your own happiness.
Right. Yeah.
Wow, this is like a mind fuck.
Yeah. I want to be happy, and I'm willing to pay any amount of money for it. You know what I mean? So like
but
for instance,
money don't bring happiness.
For instance, we had jobs where it was kind of demanding. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you know me, I never requested a day off. I just said I'm taking a day off. You go about it as planned because I'm letting you know I'm taking a day off.
Yeah.
And like I'm one of those people that I'm willing to give up $2,000 that day if it meant I could spend one more day with my mama. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So I take those chances every fucking time. I don't care how much money I lose because I don't get that money can't pay for more time.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Which I figured that out a few years ago when my dad got sick. You know what I mean? So like, I was like, fuck it, I'll lose the car, whatever. I might lose my dad any moment, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, but things worked out.
Dang.
Yeah.
It's different when you realize that you can't buy back time.
Yeah.
I've always kind of like lived by too, like time is really, really, really important.
So like, I'm willing to make compromises all the time,
mm-hmm.
you know, for the people I love.
Like if I go out of my way for something, you know, and even if it takes 5 minutes, that's 5 minutes from an hour I could have, you know, spent doing something else.
Correct. And that's why I get upset when people give me bullshit. You know what I mean?
For like using your time wisely.
I mean, like it's my time. You know what I mean? Like, and
you should move it wisely.
Yeah.
Use it wisely.
You know, if not using it wisely, then I want to use it how I want to use it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I know what you mean with that. What was I gonna say?
But don't get me wrong, I enjoy doing nothing with you. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we do this, and we have our own little side things.
Yeah.
Not side things, but other things that require our expertise.
Yeah, we strip on the weekends.
I know you like standing on the corner of like 63rd and Halstead.
Yeah. And you right here, Ridge Road and Burnham, spreading your cheeks.
Oh yeah, for the man, the government.
Yeah, dude, life's real, man. And it don't fuck around.
Sometimes it takes a kick in the ass to realize that.
My favorite quotes from that Rocky movie is like, life's not about how hard you hit, it's how hard you can get hit and keep going forward.
Still get up, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I'd be telling that to my younger family. Like
your kids when you have kids.
My brother, I'm hard on my brother. I'd be like, I want to make sure, because I tell him sometimes like, hey man, I just want to make sure like that you're gonna be okay, because I'm not gonna be here forever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's not nice out there. I just want you to know that this is how it works. You know,
this is the world.
Yeah. So
welcome to the world.
And like, to be like, I come off as the bad guy to my family all the time because of those high expectations, right?
Yeah, me too.
So like, and so like, the next thing I'm worried about teaching my brother is that enough isn't enough. Like what you think is enough is not enough. So for instance, I might tell him like, hey, shovel 10 driveways and I'll give you $200, right? But you have to find those driveways and ask those people. If you come back, so say he does that, but he comes back and he's like, I was only able to do 9. I'm gonna be like, oh, too bad you don't get this $200 because I said 10. Because that's how the world works.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I'm gonna like, he's at that age where I'm gonna start teaching him stuff like that. You know,
I guess that is a good thing since
so
he's
like,
younger.
Yeah. So that way, because I've been teaching them extra too. Like when somebody gives you a choice, you take both of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, like so I slowly like beat it into him. So one day, or right now, I want him to beat me, not meet me. So if I say shoulder these 10 driveways, I don't want him to come back and say I got 9. I want him to say, hey man, I got 12 to 15. I'd be like, damn dude, you know what I'm saying? Like I want that.
Get out there and hustle.
Yeah.
You're teaching him how to be a hustler.
Yeah.
Hope he chooses a good
It's
type of
hard.
hustling.
Yeah, I told him he doesn't have to be the best. You just have to be better than everybody in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
But what if he's
Yeah.
doing 10 to 15 and there's another kid that's his age that's doing like 20, 25?
That's up to him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Like I'm gonna show him
He
more
has
than-
to decide how much he wants to eat. Yeah. But if you want to eat good, you know what I mean? You got to put in the work.
That is
Yeah.
very, very true.
Yeah.
I know I use little things like that from time to time.
Yeah.
My brain sometimes has a tendency to like leave my body briefly and take me somewhere randomly. I still hear you. I'm still coherent,
Yeah, I feel you.
but I hear you on a different level. Sometimes stuff gets deep into my soul,
Right.
and I'm like hearing it like a heart-to-heart conversation instead of my brain being present.
Right. I understand. Like, I mean, that was real, you know?
Yeah.
I said that
So it's like I think of
with
it
all
like that
honesty,
way.
honestly.
Like
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I have like my older nephew. He's like my little brother.
Mm-hmm.
I've made some poor decisions and have like, I guess, peer pressured him. That's because I've always seen him as like, you know, a little brother. So it's like, it's different. You know, there's a 4-year gap between us.
Mm.
No, you know, I was like, hey, like, I'm going to buy some alcohol. You should drink with me. I don't like to drink. I'll make you something and you'll try it and you'll like it. You know, just stupid shit like that, you know? So like,
No, see, with my little brother, I was the opposite. If
Yeah.
he says no, he says no. But if you told me you want to try something, I'm all in. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So, like, but like, don't get me wrong, I try to get him out of his comfort zone sometimes. See if, just because he doesn't know. But like, I wouldn't peer pressure him to drink. If he wants to drink, he'll let me know. You know what I mean?
So if your brother hits you up like right now, like, hey, I want to try alcohol.
I'd be like, yeah, come through. Tell mom to bring a pizza. But don't tell mom we're drinking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Don't tell mom we're gonna be drinking a lot.
Yeah.
No, but I forget the first time I let my nephew try a beer. Totally forget when that was, but I just remember I just like gave it to him like without hesitation, like here,
Mhm.
try it. He was like, okay. He's like drinking it. He's like, wow. He's like, people say this stuff tastes nasty. He's like, I like this. It's just a Sam Adams Boston Lager.
He
Actually,
was probably
is-
drinking the whole time. He was just hustling.
You know what?
This is not bad.
Like when I first smoked pot with him,
Mhm.
he was probably like 16, maybe. Yeah, because I was like 19, 20.
Mhm.
So he was like 15, 16 when I first was getting him to like smoke. And he was telling me he always wanted to try it. But he was under the impression, he was like, so like, do I get my own joint and you get your own joint and we smoke like that? I'm like, nah, son. I am wasting that on you. I'm like, we're going to do it this way, you know?
Yeah.
We're just going to pass it back and forth. But yeah, I was like teaching him like how to smoke, which I feel bad about it
Mm.
a little bit, but at the same time, like I don't, because it's not like, you know, he ended up like sticking a needle in his arm,
Yeah. So like,
and he's already halfway through his 20s now.
well, I know you're trying to make reasons right now, but like, my cousins, my family will not see me doing something bad. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so like, my brother will never see me. He never even seen me drink. He will never see me drink or anything.
Yeah.
The last time I even raised my voice at my mama, he was like 5 years old, and he told me, "Hey, you're not supposed to fight with my mom. You're supposed to help my mom." And I was like, "Damn, he's right." So like, you know what I mean. So like, so I guess my point is like, if I'm gonna show him something, I gotta show him, something positive or beneficial to them.
I would never do
Yeah.
anything like if I had kids. Like now, when I think of it, because now I'm just getting older, I would never like drink in front of my kids in the future. My beer is gonna stay hidden in my
You're
fridge.
probably gonna be like, "Yeah, I gotta go pack and buy a pack of cigarettes. I'll be back,"
Oh no, I wouldn't do that.
and be at Flat Rock for like 2 days straight.
I wouldn't let my kids see me drink. I would keep more beer. I would keep beer like for me in like the garage, like a mini fridge. I'm putting a padlock on that thing.
Oh,
You know,
maybe
they don't-
know.
they don't need to see the sad
have
realities
keys.
of-
You got the keys. That's all that.
Yeah.
So for me, like I said, if I had kids, well, everything's put away, when my brother's here. Like, and I don't really have anything really, but I do.
Couple bongs.
If I do, like they're just not out. You know what I mean? And like we're together. It's me and him time, and we're gonna do some fun shit. Or if it's not fun, it's gonna be educational.
See, like me and my nephew would play like
Yeah.
PlayStation and stuff like that, or we'd be on. We had an N64 emulator too, so like we'd like be like taking turns on that and just playing all the old games and just like getting high.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when like that wax was becoming big. It was like 2014ish.
The dads.
Yeah. I remember I had
That's
went
like
out.
that's a West Coast thing.
Yeah, I went out and I bought like a coiled vape pen.
Mm-hmm.
And I was at my buddy's and I got like a half ounce or something. And he had some wax that he like did like that butane extraction from.
Mm-hmm.
He had some and he like scraped it. It was a nice little size ball.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, here, he's like, try some of this. He's like, we're gonna be selling this soon. So I didn't really know how to do it, so I took a piece and I put it in like a bowl with like some bud. It didn't really help. But I was just like, oh wait, I'm like, the vape pen should work. It has to be heated a different way. So my nephew came by, we ended up like getting a bottle of Crown. And we put this piece of wax in there and just tightened up, the whole like little mouthpiece in it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're doing it. And we got like,
Blasted.
yeah.
Yeah.
I treated that like weed, and I should have treated it like a foreign substance.
Yeah.
Instead of like thinking like.
It's pure. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I never did like anything crazy with them. I introduced them to bud and cigarettes and booze. But I can't really say. I guess I would have been more comfortable if I just let them just smoke instead of drink.
Yeah. With my younger cousins, I waited till they brought it up.
That's pretty much how it
Yeah.
was for me and him. I waited till
But
like,
I
he asked
didn't. I
me.
didn't ask me to introduce it. I was like, no, I'm not gonna introduce it to you.
Yeah.
But when you're, when you figure it out and you're cool, then we can do things together.
My nephew would
Yeah.
ask me about
Yeah.
it, and then just like one day I'm just like, yeah, just come by and we'll,
Yeah.
smoke or something.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, he would get like ridiculously high, like most people do when they're younger and they're smoking for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've never like done like anything else with them drug wise. I do remember one time, dude, and I felt bad about it. But like he was telling me, he was like, hey, he's like, I'm coming by. He's like, grandma's gonna be dropping me off soon. And I'm like, oh, all right. I didn't know. I mean, the kid like lives in Crown Point, so I wasn't expecting him to be at my house in 10 minutes.
Right.
But I remember I was in my room and I was breaking out some lines, and I heard someone come down the stairs, but then I didn't hear like the footsteps because my room was in the basement. I didn't hear like the footsteps. Next thing I know, like I'm just like, all right, whatever, and I'm just chopping out more, and I'm doing another one, and right when I do another one, I literally picked my head up and tilted it, like straw, like right to my nose. I'm just like that, and here's my nephew walking in. I felt so bad, dude. I felt like a piece of shit, honestly.
That'll do it.
After
That'll
that,
do
man, I never like did it in front of him ever again.
Mm-hmm.
Never even like stuck to ever like. I mean, if I did have it in my possession and he just like spontaneously was just like, oh hey, like can I come by today? I would hide it really good and just like wait till he left the next day.
Right.
But man, dude, like I felt my blood just drop, and I'm just what the fuck? Like,
This is like getting caught naked, pretty much.
yep. And then I justified it. I didn't justify it, but I told him, I'm like, look, what you see me doing, don't do it, because if I see you doing this, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Yeah.
I can do it, but I don't want to see you do it.
Yeah. So, but that's why it's important to be self-disciplined, because those younger people will see you, and then they'll use that excuse. Well, you do it.
Yeah.
How are you gonna tell me?
You do it.
Because that's how I am. How are you gonna tell me what to do?
Mm-hmm.
I seen you do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've always.
So you gotta lead by example.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was just like my in the moment, I guess. That was something that I wish I never did. Would have did it any day, except for that day. But like I was definitely more of a party animal when I was younger.
No, you're just an animal.
Yeah, of course. But like my thing is like sometimes I would have to find a reason to like get my nose dirty. So I'd purposely start drinking like early just so I can like get fucking trashed and then do some coke and then just be like this mess all day. I was skinny, dude. I was like weighing like 145 was like my lightest. 160 maybe.
I had a few people in my life that's like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not one to tell anybody they should and shouldn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just don't affect mine.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I usually am. But yeah, man, like it's not fun to watch.
No, that's why I would just like keep to myself.
It's not fun to be around.
Or like have like my friends who would do it with me.
Yeah.
You know, it'd either just be like me but myself and I hit them up, or I'm just like hanging out with them all day. And we would spend a lot of money, dude.
Oh yeah, it's expensive.
On fucking coke.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
Like it was stupid. I mean, some nights were,
Well, there's your Denali or Tahoe.
Yeah, I know.
It went through your nose.
Some nights were definitely like, like the triple digits.
Mm-hmm.
And I know like that probably doesn't seem like a lot because like someone's might hear this at some point and they're like, that's nothing. I used to spend thousands of dollars. No, you didn't, dude. Shut the fuck up.
You got ripped off then.
Unless you're yeah, you got ripped off. Unless you're making like $10,000, dude, a fucking week, yeah. Then you can say, oh yeah, I had $1,000 nights, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
No, I think like the most expensive night I had.
Those are the guys that come out looking like Mrs. Doubtfire.
I think like to me the most expensive night I had was like a $300 night. But that was alcohol and cigarettes included. So maybe like 2 something of coke ish, 270. But I don't know.
That's a car note.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a lot of things that could be in my possession now.
That's 300 McChickens.
That is 300 McChickens. It was just I was just like letting myself spiral out of control, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And just totally just getting fucked up, and like I was with this girl at the time, dude, and I was madly in love with her, man. Like she was like my A1. she never did anything, man.
Yeah.
She never drank. She always like batch drinking. She was a good girl, dude. And like I screwed that all up, like just being an asshole. Just wanting to just be coked up, and like she would always ask me, she was like, "Why are you awake right now?" I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, my sleeping schedule's fucked up. Which it was at the time, but some nights, I mean, once I got introduced to like other things that were keeping me awake, dude, like it was like sunrise to sunrise of just like getting high. I can't recall the amount of times I've actually like went outside, smoked a cigarette while I'm like super awake and I'm watching like the sunrise. And I'm like, oh yeah.
Really?
That honestly seems like it was more than that was kind of like a daily occurrence almost.
Yeah, dude. Every time, if I'm still awake and I see the sunrise and the birds chirping, I'm like, oh fuck.
And the birds usually start chirping around 5.
Yeah.
5, 6. Yeah, about 5. 5 in the summertime, so probably 5 in the wintertime too. And it's just, I don't know, man. Just spent too much time. And then I got to like a point where, and this is like within like the past, I don't know, 3, 4 years, 5 years,
What?
No, yeah, 4 years, I guess. Those pain medications, man. Like, after getting a script of those. Remember when I had that bad tooth
Oh yeah.
at work, and the doctor gave me just like a prescription, like, here's to hold down the pain so you can get yourself to a dentist. And I was getting like fucked up on those, dude. And then after I had the tooth pulled, I obviously had like another script to them because it was an abscess, so like it had to like heal out itself. There was just so much pain because I let that tooth go for so long. But I didn't even like push those away up until like last year. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. Life's too hard, dude,
Yeah.
to be fucking around like that. Like,
Well, yeah.
I had my share of. I mean, I pretty much tried everything,
Yeah.
and like some I liked and some I didn't.
Mhm.
But for the most part, like, I got shit to do. You know what I mean? Like,
I was doing them like
there's things I want, and I'm not gonna get them unless I get them.
yeah. I was doing them like so much though. Like it got to the point like in like 2016 I was starting to drink on them a lot. 2015 I wouldn't drink on them so much. And like once in a great blue moon, but it would be like there would be like hour gaps between. And then out of nowhere I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna chase down these 2 fucking Percocets with a fucking glass of scotch and just be like fucked up. That's when I would. Because I would like journal shit out, man. But like I'd be fucked up and it's like I was almost like expressing hate to myself.
Yeah, I think,
You know?
I kind of think it's a good thing to have a journal, because then for me, like, if I look back at it, I'm like, you see what you were thinking and be like, man,
Like,
come
why are you
on,
thinking
dude.
like that, man? You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But like there were just things that made me say to myself, like, you're self-destructive.
Oh yeah.
You're going to continue to be self-destructive.
Oh, yeah.
You're liking this lifestyle too much. You're going to be
This
self-destructive.
year, last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned it to be like you can't be that much of a self-destructive person, but sometimes it isn't even really like addictions, dude, that, you know, make us self-destructive. Sometimes it could even be, you know, relationships. Could be like relationships can make you a self-destructive person if it's like the wrong relationship. Anything that's toxic. Because toxic can be, you know, it doesn't have to be chemical, dude.
No.
It could be emotional, it could be mental, it could be physical,
Any
it could be
negativity.
spiritual.
Yeah.
You can have, you know, like a mental toxicity state. And that's, you know, that's still going to make you self-destructive. You have anything else you want to add? We got like 5 minutes left.
I mean, that's real shit, man. But yeah, I mean, everybody has their struggles, and if anybody's listening, you should definitely express yourself. You know, if you need help, then go find help, but find somebody to talk to at least.
Yeah.
You know, let people know what's going on with you, especially people that are capable of helping you. You gotta let them know. You know. And if you see somebody that's having a hard time, try to be supportive. I know for me, like sometimes we just don't even have to talk. Just let me know that you're there and I'm good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I honestly, like, I always try to make myself available for somebody's help. Like, if you just need somebody just to vent everything out to, like, I'm some ears.
Yeah, like if
But
you
sometimes the ears need somebody to, like, hear them out too, you know?
yeah. So like I always tell people, like, if you reach, I'm gonna reach back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But just reach.
That's,
Yeah.
wow, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
If you reach back.
Yeah.
Well, I think we tackled that pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
What do you think?
It was really nice.
Yeah.
It was pleasant.
I forgot that song was playing in the background.
Yeah.
We'll get another one figured out. I just hope that people would tune in maybe to this one at some point.
Oh yeah. Well, it's a good one. I think we should take it out soon.
Think we should?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should drop this one. We'll drop it.
All right, sign out.
We're also gonna have some merchandise be coming soon. I was gonna make some shirts. I was gonna put some ideas for some shirts
Oh yeah.
so people can get that drip.
That drip. Yeah.
That
drip all
drip.
over. Yeah. I'd rock a hat.
That
Or a
drip.
beanie.
That drip cold, man.
Beanie is just says hashtag.
Yeah, a beanie would be cool, like an actual sewn-in beanie. You know, like how these are made.
Yeah.
Like that would be cool.
That'd be dope. I'd be rocking that.
Or like a MAGA hat.
Yep.
A MAGA hat, or like a Reagan and Bush '84 shirt.
We can have it like tie-dyed or like Rastafarian kind of style.
Yeah, like a black and green, like a black, yellow, and red.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it? Black, yellow, red, green.
Yep.
Shit like that. Oh, dude, I had a bowl that was like that when I was younger, and it was like my favorite piece.
Yeah.
And all those colors were like amazing. And I don't know what the hell happened to it. But yeah, we're gonna do a sign out. So thanks for tuning in. We'll be back with another one.
Thank you.